for ULB for ultra low budget, 230 a
That's
day, and you have to hire, like if you got singing in the movie, you have to hire specifically singers who are SAG approved. You cannot hire non-union singers,
wow, that's so
or certain production hands have to be union approved production hands. And if you want to hire anybody who's non-union, you have to pay them the union rate, and you also have to write a letter to SAG explaining why you couldn't hire a union person.
fuck off. Just let me
So,
make my fucking movie. Fuck you. It's such a another reason to hate that fucking piece of shit industry that hopefully won't make it much longer than this. But yeah, it's a scam. It's a scam for like to um what's the word I'm looking for? The gate a gatekeep
mhm.
actors from uh or directors that have no backing or no money. But
Well, this is why people are embracing AI shit. And honestly, we should just call this movies AI. We should call it Forgotten Genres AI, because then I can apparently get $600 million worth of investments into the business, because they will just throw money at anything with AI on the name. Ben Affleck, shortly after being like, he goes on. They all think they're so sly. They go on Joe Rogan and they're like, yeah, AI is just it's part of the future, which is true. Like, look, you can't uncreate something. You can go with it and navigate it, but you can't uncreate something once it's been invented. But then you find out 2 weeks later, he's like made a AI company he's involved in. He got $400 million, something like that, for whatever these are. And I've seen a few guys like that. Matthew McConaughey, that's another one, where he's
oh,
doing an interview. He's like, the best thing you can do is learn to go with it. And then you find out he made a big deal
of
to
course.
have AI. And it's one of these things where I'm like, I'm pro AI. I'm skeptical and apprehensive of generative AI.
Yeah.
Uh, I like when it can speed up menial tasks, but it's not perfect. For example, I use ChatGPT to break down every single scene in a script and the characters in the scene, so I know who's needed for these days. But then you go and you check, and it missed a few people or it added a few people in. It's not perfect. It's not.
Hmm.
It's not exactly what you need it to be.
Yeah, I like it as a tool. I don't like it as the generator of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I have been enjoying those Chinese shorts that they're making with animals fighting and like in the old kung fu movies and shit. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can or the creepy ones that I've sent you. I think you also follow that page where it's just
Oh yeah, some people have
like
have really mastered how to stylize it.
yeah, like rotoscope like stuff with like Marvel superheroes and like monsters and shit like that. That looks so creepy and so different that I really enjoy that. And then the Chinese, just like always, they're so ahead that they're creating like realistic looking, old looking Asian films with like animals doing the drama or like fighting or like
Mm-hmm.
having like emotional scenes or whatever. And it all looks good. I don't know if we should be, draining the world to get that shit, but I mean, it's gonna happen no matter what,
Yeah.
and it's gonna happen with other things that might not even be worth watching as much as I don't want to defend it. I
Well,
think I
I
think as a
think
tool, it's great. As a main source of everything, I think it's just gonna make people less interested. Uh, if they notice, because my
mhm.
mom sends me like I think you get to an age where you stop differentiating what's AI and what isn't. My mom sent me a video the other day and was like, "Look how beautiful." And it was a gigantic couch in the shape of a cat that had holes so the cats could play in it. And I was like, that's AI." And number one, I'm not getting a giant cat couch for my house. Like, it's not beautiful. Like, imagine walking into someone's house and the living room is just a giant couch cat. But also, mom, like, like it looks, it literally, they build it so it's like layer and layer and layer on top, and then close-ups of like the cats looking really happy and obviously AI, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
for people like you, I think that's gonna work really well, but for people that can tell. I don't know. I think this might kill Hollywood.
I
you
think
know?
it's going to hurt Hollywood for sure, especially if they go fully in the tank for it, because people will show up to the theater and they'll see AI that you can make at home, that you can do yourself, and
Hmm.
it's only going to get easier. It's only going to become more simplified. Um, I don't know. I'm agnostic to it, but at the same time, there's going to come a point where the dam breaks
Hmm.
and they hit a wall and realize, okay, this can't really go any farther because if it does go farther, what does that look like? And then I think all of the repercussions for what we're talking about in terms of like the environment or whatever that gets wound back, that gets undone. I'm not really concerned about that.
Mm.
There always winds up being a solution of some kind for that type of thing, and usually it's just all right. Well, you got to hemorrhage money, and that point will come. But for now, creatively, it could really go either way. I think we need to see what the standard of quality that can be reached is, and we're getting real close to making people look real.
Well, I think it's still a tool, right? Like you still have to be talented when it comes to generating these things. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm retarded. I can't generate I've tried in AI and then I always end up under explaining things and it's just like, oh no, wait, I have to use the 2 credits I have because I don't want to pay.
Yeah,
Oh fuck. Okay, now I have to wait 24 hours because I don't know how to do this thing. So there's going to be a lot of garbage. There's already a lot of garbage, but if you're good at it, there's also some good. Have you seen that Will Stancil animation? Will
yeah,
Stancil show? That's a
oh yeah.
full AI. And I mean, that's pretty funny. It's pretty
Well,
good.
that's the combination of somebody who is talented,
Right.
respective of that, merging that with use of AI technology. Because Emily Yukis is a
Hmm.
cartoonist, is an
Yeah.
illustrator, and she uses her actual illustrations to be animated for the show. And sometimes it's wonky, sometimes it's imperfect or whatever, but it's entertaining. That show is entertaining, and it passes, for me anyway, uh, it's not slop. I don't consider it
Right.
slop. And I don't even like using that word because it's so overused, but I do not consider the Will Stancil show slop, even though it is all generated AI.
But that's
Yeah.
when you get someone talented with that tool, right? That's the thing. I think that's what's going to differentiate from like good stuff that's worth watching and
Mm-hmm.
stuff that's just, oh, look, it looks human. All right, cool. Isn't that cool?
It can't be the majority. That's
Hmm.
really it. It can be an ingredient. It cannot be the full meal. Because if it is, nobody gives a fuck. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
cool. You got a video here of Tom Cruise and I don't know, Brad Pitt fighting on top of a train, and it looks kind of realistic. It looks pretty realistic. It looks as realistic as maybe what we'd see in Mission Impossible 7.
Mm.
But why do I give a shit? Why
I
do I
think for
care?
especially for a feature, I think it works really well for short content stuff. So like I've seen people doing realistic it's like a documentary style what is that documentary one no Blue Planet Earth, right?
Yeah.
It's in that style, but what they're doing is making realistic or real life Pokemon, right? So it's like the story of the Pokemon or whatever, and the animation looks modern, but it's presented in like a documentary style way, but it's short, it's like 30 seconds or whatever. So for that stuff, it's like that no one's ever going to do that from Nintendo, who owns, I think Nintendo owns Pokemon.
Yes,
Like
they
they're
do.
never going to do that shit. But for like some random whoever this person is, it's kind of cool. And it's like a 30-second, 1 minute thing. All right,
Hmm.
that works for that. But stretching that into a 2 hour thing, that's where I think the biggest issue will be. Because it's going to get to a point where the AI will just generate something generic. I mean, maybe we'll get to a point where it can write stuff or do stuff without the input of a human, but I feel like every time that happens is very noticeable.
Oh yeah.
It's always missing something. Um, so I think, yeah, as a tool, it's great for creatives and if it's used properly, but I think we're just going to get a lot of slough from people that think they can just get rich without having any talent or anything behind the AI, and it would just be slop.
What do you make of the Darren Aronofsky American Revolution all AI generated series? Can we pull up the trailer to that? People got a glimpse of this maybe like a month ago and were outraged. And I'm personally outraged that Darren Aronofsky would just like disregard his actual skills and talent, but having seen what the fuck was the name of the movie? We went to
It's,
go see it in the theater. The Austin
oh,
Butler. I couldn't even tell you catching base. When you go see Catching Base, it's like, who is this guy? Who directed this? Is this McG? Who did this? This is
yeah.
not Darren Aronofsky. This is not the flavor I've come to appreciate from the late '90s and early aughts.
It's called On This Day, 1776.
Okay.
Let's see, trailer.
Taking a look
Oof.
at this patreon.com/Lores if you'd like to join us.
Um,
In a moment.
Oop.
So here we go. Whoa, what is this? We got a game? What is that?
sharing.
Oh, that's your
In the
wallpaper.
background.
Yeah.
Look.
8-bit pixels.
Yeah. There we
All right, we're taking a look at the new Darren Aronofsky project on this day, 1776, by Time.
The rebellious war is become more general.
Too many still unsure of why we fight.
We have it in our power to begin the world over again.
There is no way but forth.
We are now the troops of the United Colonies of
Uh,
North
What is the historical accuracy here? I don't think so. You think Boston is bad now? How about Boston in 1776?
Is that what the flag used to look like?
Well, they jump through a different design or two. Oh, it's available now. Can we
Oh.
take a look at this? Can we watch a little bit? What do we got? Are these going to be
Where
like
is
3-minute episodes? Oh, they
Yeah.
are. They literally
are.
are. Okay. Well,
Oh,
the
well.
flag. Oh, look, it clears up your question right away. The
There it is.
flag is amazing. Wow.
But it's back to my point, right? Short
Uh-oh.
content, it
Hold
might
on.
work.
Only
Oh,
subscribers can comment.
Oh.
Uh-oh, you got to
Looking
pay to
at-
comment, these bastards.
Looking at people's back, the movie.
All right, let's take a look at this. Let's see what the future of filmmaking looks like.
The rebellious war, begun in the
Sounds like
province of
Nick
Massachusetts
Joroff.
today, is become more general and is manifestly carried on for
We
the
sell his
purpose
voice from the
of
bus.
establishing an independent empire.
So he's using, okay, the likeness of like real people, right?
It is now
Because we saw
become the path
Benjamin
of
Franklin on the
wisdom
trailer.
to put a speedy end to these
I'm not
disorders
sure.
by the most decisive
I know that the
exertion.
voice acting is
All
legitimate.
this purpose,
It's
I
not
have
AI.
equipped my naval
I mean, he
establishment
looks gross
and
enough to be
greatly
British in that
augmented
time,
my
so
land
I
forces in order that a larger
believe
number
it,
of the
but-
established forces of this kingdom may be applied to the maintenance of its authority.
Yeah, I wonder if they scanned people for this.
Multitude, against whom this force will be directed shall become sensible of their error. I shall
It's
be
just a
ready to
slideshow,
receive
right?
this
At the
land
end of the
with
day.
tenderness and
Yeah, this is like the most
and to receive the
sophisticated example of what you could do, and they can't even hold on one AI character for too long because you would see it fall apart.
yeah.
See that this gets to Mr. Washington.
It's pretty good,
Yeah.
but again, in short,
The mast from that British
because it's
sloop
also
Diana
shot in a way
still
that
placed on
doesn't work
Prospect
for
Hill.
long
No.
because it's all just close-ups and the camera moving too close, but there's no people having conversations. Oh, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Then have them run this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't
There's
see
no-
his mouth.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's no interacting with each other unless only one person is on screen.
That's
and not
because
talking.
And gather them now.
it's Washington. If they
See,
held,
like that. That looks good,
History, perhaps, to furnish
but
a
it's
case
10
like
seconds
ours.
that we're getting from their face, right?
To maintain a post within musket shot
Those
of
are
the
dead
a
enemy.
little
eyes.
soft, yeah.
Dead eyes.
And at the same
If they were to
time,
hold on any one of these people for just a second or two longer, they would probably do something crazy like throw their wig up in the air and start dancing nude,
raise that
It's like,
flag.
wait a minute, that didn't
I
happen.
mean, they had Skibidi Toilet in 1776.
Joe Biden walks into the scene.
13 of them. That's not surrender.
Whoa, what does that mean? 13
Defiance.
colonies? Couldn't be.
Commencement of our new army.
Is that Obama?
Is that
A young
Rosa
Obama?
Parks?
We're teasing the Obama prophecy?
But also some
Damn, they have very white teeth.
We are
All of
now
them.
the
Yeah,
troops
no
of
chance.
the United Colonies of North
Is that Weinstein?
America.
You see, he gave an interview recently where he's like, everybody keeps bothering me in the prison
Yeah.
yard. Wow.
So that's the episode. It feels like a trailer
Mm-hmm.
because you can't do narrative yet, I
No,
guess.
they haven't figured it out. They don't have anything
No.
more capable
So
than
it's-
what we got.
So you end up getting, I mean, honestly, I think it's stupid for people to get mad at it because it's gonna happen. It doesn't matter what the backlash is. Like they've done it. They've spent the money. They've done it. I'm sure they have all the episodes or whatever. It's slop.
Uh-huh.
It's whatever, but it does feel like it's still very early because it, like I said, it looks like a slideshow. You know,
Yeah.
it's images that don't really work as a narrative, as opposed to this is just a story that someone's telling me. It would be the same if there was like a voiceover on top, which I guess you kind of get here. But it's just like a mood board of things, right? And for that, all right, fine, I'm not gonna watch it, but like if that's what they set up to do, it looks good.
Yeah,
The
it
script-
was better and worse than I was expecting.
Yeah, it's not a narrative, but as like yeah, I guess what it is, it
All right.
works.
It'll impress some 60-year-old. I'm certain of that. If they're not like full-blown paranoia, this is Terminator 2, the end of the world.
And I think
yeah.
think the whole anti-AI, you know, where like you can't hear that AI was used in any way because it's immediately like, oh, this is a piece of shit. It's gonna come to a point where you're not gonna be able to tell, and the next thing you love is gonna be AI, and what are you gonna do then?
Mhm.
What are you gonna be outraged by? Again, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think throwing a tantrum online and not supporting someone just because they used it for something, it's pretty stupid and
Yeah.
childish.
The risk is that somebody's going to push it too far and is going to unlock some sort of demonic hell onto civilization that they either intended or didn't intend. You can't undo that. So you're kind of like dabbling in black magic as if it were, because you don't know where that can go. You don't know where that can lead. We don't know. We have no idea. The way that we talk about AI on this episode is certainly different than if you were to go back to an episode from 2023 and it's like, oh, cool, look at this. And it's like a mishmash fucking face. And it's just this fun project. We don't know where this is going. And so I understand why people are, you know, they're afraid of it, like cavemen looking at fire for the first time. But I don't think it's necessarily a given that it has to go in a negative direction. I do think that convenience is certainly proven time and time again to be antagonistic towards any sort of meaningful life. But as far as creativity goes, yeah, no, it's probably not good. It's probably going to be horrible. I don't know.
It is, yeah.
We'll see. Let's see it cure cancer. Let's see it get rid of AIDS in a day. How about that? Why can't we have AI for that?